Eu tô aqui para mais uma entrevista no canal do T-Hunted no YouTube. E você tá vendo esse cenário aqui tudo escuro, essa câmera diferente, porque eu tô tendo que fazer no meu computador e é de noite, né? E a luz à noite fica péssima. E por que isso? Porque eu vou entrevistar um grande amigo meu, que é o Felix Kwong, lá de Hong Kong, que ele é dono da Tarmac Works e é um dos caras mais legais que eu já conheci nesse meio. A gente se conhece desde o começo da Tarmac Works, ele já era um fã do The e a gente só se tornou mais amigo e a gente já teve oportunidades de se conversar antes, mas essa é a primeira vez que eu trago ele aqui para o canal para a gente conversar. E ele não só veio trazer um monte de coisas legais, como eu enchi ele de perguntas difíceis para ele responder, e também ele me mostrou várias novidades, vários lançamentos que ninguém ainda viu. Então, veja essa entrevista até o final, porque é surpreendente, ele tem várias coisas para contar e várias coisas para mostrar também. Eu não vou conseguir traduzir esse vídeo como eu fiz já no vídeo do Bruce Pascal, porque eu demorei uma semana para conseguir traduzir tudo e legendar. Então eu vou pedir para vocês que vocês usem o recurso do YouTube para fazer essa tradução e a legenda também, para que vocês consigam ver as legendas em português. Eu sei que não é perfeito, eu sei que não é tão legal, mas assim, se isso funcionar, vai ser mais fácil para mim fazer mais entrevistas com o pessoal de fora, e aí eu vou conseguir trazer mais convidados aqui para a gente fazer um bate-papo legal, e aí quem sabe com a participação de vocês e tudo mais, tá? Então, se você não sabe muito bem como faz para ativar as legendas e a tradução em português, eu vou deixar aqui embaixo as instruções para que você consiga fazer isso e ativar as legendas em português, que aí o YouTube vai traduzindo e aí vocês conseguem acompanhar essa entrevista super legal que eu fiz aqui com o Felix. E eu aguardo vocês aí para ver os comentários de vocês. Eu peço também que vocês se inscrevam e que vocês deixem o like de vocês, porque é um conteúdo que você não vê em qualquer lugar, vamos combinar, né? Ainda mais assim, no YouTube brasileiro, você não vai ver muito desse tipo de coisa. Então, eu peço que vocês deixem o like de vocês, se inscrevam, deixem um comentário e passe para os seus amigos que adoram Tarmac Works e outras miniaturas. Combinado assim? Então curte aí essa entrevista fantástica. Well, I'm here with my great friend Felix Kwong from Tarmac Works. We are friends since Tarmac Works beginning. He knew already T-Hunted, and we become very good friends since then. So thank you again, Felix, to be here with me, and I think we will have a great chat, and I'm curious to know a lot of things about you. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Thanks for having me. I've been a fan of your page or your work for quite some time, and very happy to be on talking to you. So I'm Felix. I'm from Hong Kong. Was originally born here. Studied in the States for a bit in Los Angeles and New York. We started Tarmac Works back in 2014, so it's been almost about eight years now. And yeah, so I've collected small scale, 64 scale motor cars for a long time, since I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, and started with a lot of Tomica, a lot of Matchbox, a little bit of Hot Wheels as well. And then eventually, as I grew older and as the motor car industry started to mature a bit, I started to collect TLVs and Kyosho's and all those, and that's how kind of what inspired me and the team to start Tarmac Works, to have a more sort of a premium 164 scale motor car. And so yeah, we've been very lucky and fortunate to have a lot of great collectors owning our cars and collecting our cars. So it's my happy place always to be working. I don't consider it work, to be honest, and so just really happy, very thankful to have this as a career, and hopefully this will be my last job till I say goodbye. So yeah, really happy to
Yes, and we are very happy to have you in this career because you're doing a really great job.
Thank you so much.
Everyone that I speak loves Tarmac Works, and I have to say I have a lot of them in my collection, and
Great.
I have a passion for that. But I need to ask you some things. Let's start
Sure.
with. I want to know what's your idea about that, because when you started Tarmac Works, I believe there was, as you said, Kyosho and Tomica, and but after you started, it's like today we have over 70 brands of premium cars, and a lot of them good ones, a lot of them uh, not so good. And I want to know about what do you think about that, and if you can say which ones you like more. I know Mini GT is one of your favorite brands. It's mine
Yes.
too.
Yeah. No, I think yeah, back in 2014, 15, the motor car landscape or the market is very different at that time. I think we were just very fortunate that we went in the right timing. I think premium collectibles, premium auto cars has started way before us. I think Tomica Limited Vintage probably was one of the first ones, and they've always done such a fantastic job with the cars. And then came Kyosho. Kyosho, I think, did a really good job in terms of quality and the pricing. Simply because their quantity was quite a lot, even just for the domestic Japanese market. But it was very hard to get to collect them overseas, even in Hong Kong. It's not so easy. It was even in Japan. It wasn't so easy. So we kind of went in having a market gap. For example, I think Tomica Limited Vintage only would do certain cars, probably Japanese cars mostly. And older Japanese cars, and Kyosho was very tough to get, and so there was a market space for us to go in, and we went in at the right time. And also, I think they were educating the market to collect more premium motor cars other than just Matchbox and Hot Wheels and regular Tomicas, to pay a bit more to get more quality. And so, yeah, and since 2015. More and more manufacturers and brands have come in. You got all these die-cast brands. You got all these resin brands with even higher prices. I think in general, I think it's a collector's market for sure right now because there's so many choices. To me, I think it's a bit too much. To be honest, I don't think the market is huge enough to take on so many brands, so many cars every month, so many releases. At the same time, there are a lot of brands just doing whatever they want to, with unlicensed products or putting any sort of third-party brand on a car, even a basketball player on the car, which is ridiculous. And so you got all these things going on, and I think in a way it's great for the collectors because you have so many choices, and so you kind of have to be very selective of what you pick, what you select. And for a brand like ourselves, it's both things. I think it motivates us to do better because we know the competition is very fierce, and so we have to just keep on pushing ourselves to pick the right cars or to do a better job in the development of the car, the details of the car, the quality control, everything. We have to try to be better, and so this kind of pushes us to do better and hopefully leave that choice to the collectors where they are educated enough and they're mature enough to pick the right ones. And so yeah, it's I would say it's a challenging market out there, but I would foresee, just like any market, there will be a tipping point where there's just too much, and then there will be sort of the curve will go back down a bit, where some of the brands may fade out, and they may go to another scale. For example, they may develop the 43 scale or 18 scale, or another scale. So right now it's just you're seeing basically new car releases every day from various manufacturers. And so for the collectors, I think it's great. Like there's just so many cars out there versus 8 years ago where the 64 scale there's only just 3 or 4 a handful of manufacturers. So it's definitely an interesting time.
Yeah, sure, and we have now a sense that we are having another player right now that Mattel just introduced Hot Wheels Elite 64 for 2023, and we only saw one car, and it was not that good, but I think they are beginning in this kind of. In this kind of game, and I want to know about you. What to expect from Mattel right now with Hot Wheels Elite?
I think from there could be different perspectives. One perspective would be of course a huge player moving into the premium side is a huge competition, but I do see it as a great thing because they. Hot Wheels, Mattel Hot Wheels is the biggest out there. So if they are leading the way to take on this sort of premium segment, I think it's good for all of us out there because if they would educate a lot of the Hot Wheels collectors at the moment to collect these sort of more premium models, and of course they would have other choices as well. So meanwhile they would also collect. Maybe us, maybe Mini GT, maybe other brands that they may run into. And so I think for us is a lot of times I think it's about education. It's educating the collectors on why they used to only pay 99 cents for Hot Wheels, and then stepping up to $5 for Hot Wheels, and why are they paying $12 for Mini GT or $15 for Tarmac Works or even $30 for an ignition model. So why would I want to do that? I think with Hot Wheels leading the way, I think it is for us. I think it's a good thing. And same with Tomica. So all the big players are noticing the premium market. I think it's like a lot of competition, but at the same time, I think it helps to bring more people into this premium market. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, let's see. There's a lot coming out, and I think we will have a busy year next year.
For sure.
One thing that I talked to a lot of friends, and all of them ask me the same thing. Why not Tarmac Works do serious collections like Hot Wheels has Car Culture or Boulevard, and we always saw your Tarmac Works releases, and they are like a van or a truck and a Porsche. And do you think someday we will have a collection, maybe future cars, racing cars? I don't know.
I think it's definitely an interesting idea. I think it's a matter of putting certain cars into different categories. I mean, we have, for us, you're seeing a lot of different cars. We have supercars to trucks to vans to now F1s. We can definitely put them into certain categories, but at the same time, I think we don't want to be bounded by the category, and so we're more kind of free-spirited in terms of what we're doing. And oftentimes when you have a collection, let's say car culture, you need to have 4 or 6 cars in the same release. And for us, I think it would be easier for Hot Wheels to do that because they have just tons of toolings and they can put a lot of them into one basket, and then they can release that basket all together. For us, I think it's a little more difficult because we don't release as much every month, and so if we put 6 cars into one collection, and that would pretty much just take up the whole month of release for us, and then we cannot move the other cars, other interesting cars into that. So for us, the strategy is more a mix of just different cars. Sometimes you have a race car and then a van and then a truck, and then as we develop more toolings, we just want to have a more variety in terms of within that month, so that even if you don't like, let's say, JDMs, you have a European car, and so it just gives the collectors a bit more choices and variety to choose from, rather than putting everything into one basket. When I think for Hot Wheels, it makes a lot of sense to do that.
Sure.
But for us, yeah, but who knows? Maybe we would start something. We definitely have enough cars to do that, like GT3 cars, or eventually F1s or JDMs, and resto mod cars, and a lot of. We definitely have those cars, but I think for us, it's more just going with the variety every month. Yeah.
Yeah, it will be very cool. One more question I have for you before you show some previews
Sure.
that are crazy to see. But I think a lot of guys are very interested in two subjects that you're showing the last months, and they are Ferraris and Formula One cars. How do you see that? What we can expect in the future? You are going to make street Ferraris, or just track Ferraris, or Formula One cars? We can expect other teams, or Mini GT just showed some old Formula One cars, and what we can expect, Felix?
I think for Ferrari, right now is still all racing cars at the moment, track cars at the moment. That's just how our licensing, agreement or contract with them is. So it's kind of limited to race cars, but there's still tons of classic Ferrari race cars that we can do. So the first batch, we had 3 different models: 458, 480. GT3, and then the F40, which we just shown in the toy car saloon in Hong Kong. So those are the first batches, but within each car there will be different varieties as well. The 480, the GTE, and the GT3, which are 2 different toolings. And then we are discussing the second batch of cars, and hopefully we get the green light to do that, and then we'll do another probably 3 to 4 new toolings. With F1, it's definitely a trial. We wanted to try it. The response has been really good so far. I think a lot of people are now watching F1. It's exciting to watch. So we have the AMGs, we have the McLarens to start off with. We are discussing on having more teams, but we also wanted to see how the market responds first. Before jumping in too quickly. So I think, as you can see, there will be other brands going into F1 as well, and so it's I think it's always, like I said, it's interesting to trying to pick your way through the cars, because everyone can do the GTRs and the Type Rs, but once you run out of that, then what do you do? So we're trying to do many different things. So even an F1, like a Volvo, for example, just something very unique that not a lot of people would do. So it's again, like I said, it's an interesting time. So all the Ferraris and the F1s, we're giving it a try, and then we need to, again, it's always up to the collectors to tell us, and it's always their choice. Whether they want to add that to their collection. So we'll be closely watching that, and hopefully we get some good results, and then we can develop more new toolings in those categories.
And I think Formula One cars has something difficult on them, because they involve a lot of license, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think the licensing part is a tough one. In terms of the manufacturing part, it's also difficult, not in the sense that it's difficult to do an F1, but if you think back to even the older days, the F1, they have 2 drivers, obviously, and then the shape of the car changes every year. So in terms of manufacturing, you do one tooling, and then you only have two drivers, and oftentimes the two cars looks the same, and the numbers are different. It's nowadays they do a lot of special liveries. For example, for the Ferrari anniversary, for example, or for like McLaren did the special livery for Singapore and for the Japan Grand Prix, and so now you'll get more special liveries, which is great because now you can use the same tooling to make a couple more different colors. But if it's only one livery, one tooling, it's very difficult to start that particular tooling because the numbers would not support only two cars, and oftentimes there's one more famous driver than the other, right? So everyone is going to buy the Lewis Hamilton or the Schumacher or the Senna, and the other driver maybe not so much. So it's always F1 has always been a difficult thing, and that's why not a lot of brands would want to jump into it. And so it's definitely a test for all the brands, whether or not to see how we can do it, the numbers, how the collectors would they collect both cars, both drivers as a set, and things like that. So it will be interesting to monitor. So far, we've seen is the McLaren. We don't see a huge difference with Lando Norris and Ricciardo. People seems to be buying the set both with both drivers, which is great. Which is I think which is what this is supposed to happen. So let's see. It's an interesting thing to monitor.
Yeah, very interesting. Well, Felix, I think we can talk about that for the whole night and for the whole day, because I'm speaking now in Brazil. It's night here and it's morning in Hong Kong, and I don't want to take more of your time. And I wish you to show us something. Is okay for you?
Sure. Sure. I brought some samples.
Okay.
So let me start to show a bit. Speaking of the F1, we've been doing the McLarens, and then this is the AMG. This is the W11.
Wow, it's beautiful.
So this is the decorated sample already.
Wow. This is amazing.
So this is the W11. So even with the tires, we'll have different tires. Some soft, medium. Some I think we have wet tires as well. So these are the slicks, obviously. And then this is the W12.
Oh, this is amazing.
It looks really similar, but we have made
I can see the difference
for each. Maybe I put them side by side, and you can see especially with the floorboards, they are quite different. And so and then we made also some accessories to go with it. This is just the first sample still, so there's still going to be improvements made. And I just wanted to point out for this one, for the AMGs, the tooling will be even better than the McLarens that we've launched before. A lot more details with the details in the middle here. Just very, very, very detailed versus the McLaren was a little bit less detailed. So those are the F1s, and then I brought a 935 Porsche 935 K3.
So beautiful.
This is the Le Mans version, the very famous Japanese brand with the pink and white livery, very iconic livery. And so you got this harness in the back here.
Congratulations to your team. This is fantastic.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all their great work. And then this is the new GR86 in the HKS spoilers kit, if you will. And so these are all approved by HKS. So it's got the nice rear spoiler, the side skirts, the front lip. So it's a bit different from the stock 86. So we are pre-ordering this soon. The red one, I think next week. this is the HKS 86, and this is something just very, very different.
Oh my God.
I don't think we have done a convertible, so this would be our first convertible.
Yeah.
This is the Koenig R129, which is of course the Mercedes SL. And so we have the hard top version as well, the soft top, and this is the.
This is a great work. It's a great work.
So this is it's an interesting. This one and the 86 will be part of the global 64 series. So will the F1, but the F1 of course will be a little bit pricier just due to the license fees that the F1 team charges. And then I got some new tunings that I wanted to show. This is the Renault 5.
Whoa! This is
very classic.
Unexpected.
Very, 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 very classic.
Yeah, sure.
And like I said, so we just want to do, different things. So we got, F1 and rally cars and JDM supercars and all these. So this is one car that I really love because I like I said, I used to collect. I still collecting Automicas, and I remember distinctly that I had one of these Renault 5. I still have them in my collection, and so I really wanted to do. So this is the Maxi Turbo.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, these two are completely two different toolings.
Wow.
They look kind of similar, but
yeah, but
they're not.
Completely different.
They're very different. So we wanted to do the Maxi Turbo as well, because it looks fantastic with I think the lights in the front.
Yeah.
It's just.
I'm curious to see the final product.
Yeah, me too. So we'll see. And then just continue on with the RWBs. We started the 64 scale RWBs with the 930, and of course we wanted to do the whole collection. And so this is the 997 RWB, and the wheel arch we just really made it really wide this time.
Yeah.
Just to really show. And this is the signature RWB, obviously. And so we got two different versions with the rear wing and the rims.
I see.
So yeah, so just different versions of it.
Yeah, deep dish.
And even the front is a bit different as well. So yeah, so these are and then the final one is again something that we haven't done before. A few other brands have done, so we're trying to do something a little bit different, even in the same category. So it's a huge
truck.
This is in the 64 scale. We have signed a licensing deal with Mitsubishi Fuso.
Wow.
And this can open.
That's amazing.
This opens here as well, and so you can actually it will fit comfortably two cars. Let me just show you quickly. It will comfortably fit two cars in there.
This is great.
With a transporter. And the surprising part is this part actually opens. And so you can see the
Come on!
Inside as well. I don't want to flip the cars, but yeah, so you can see the engines as well. This is it's already in the tooling stage, so hopefully we'll see some really cool livery. So this is the Mitsubishi Fuso super great transporter. So again, so both sides actually open. So you get this wing, very cool wing design like this, and you can actually see through here. So
I can't wait for that. Can't wait.
So this is quite exciting. And we try to also purposely make the retail price a bit lower than some of the ones in the market because I know it's tough to collect a lot of these when they're very expensive, and so we're trying our best to really keep the price low, and of course they roll as well, so you can play with them. So yeah, so this is something that we are very excited about for 2023.
That's amazing.
So that's all I brought. I brought 10 cars.
That's all.
That's exciting.
You broke the internet, and that's all. Felix, I'm very happy and very anxious to because I'm happy and and I am proud because I saw Tarmac Works from the beginning. We start to talk in the beginning, and I'm really happy to see where Tarmac Works and you are going for the next years, and I couldn't be more much happier than that. So
Thank you so much.
please give all the compliments to your team because they are amazing,
Will do.
and for you because it's a great work and a great brand. And
No, thank you so much.
and thank
No,
you, Felix.
thanks a lot for the really kind words and always very supportive of our brand. And like I said, is all of the team's very hard work and dedication to the cars, and they love cars themselves, and so it's something that we are just always very excited about when we go to work and to develop these babies. It's all different by different guys in the team, and all the credits go to them, and so we hope we can bring more exciting stuff in 2023. I'm actually traveling to the States end of October to attend the SEMA show, and so hopefully we'll bring back some really exciting collaborations. There will be a pretty big announcement coming maybe in a week or two, working with someone in the US that I'm very excited about. So yeah, it's looking like a very exciting year, and like I said, with all the competition, it just keeps pushes us to move a bit quicker and to be more creative, and that's what we love as well. So again, thank you so much for having me in this call and this interview, and always great speaking to you. And anytime you want me to come on to show new products, just let me know.
Well, I think we'll have to talk every month because you always have some great things.
I'll be happy to.
Thank you again, Felix. I'm starting right now my YouTube channels finally because it was very late for me because I should start it for 3 years ago, but now I'm here, and I thank you for being here with me, and thank you again for all the work you do. You have a lot of collectors around the world they are very happy for all you do. So thank you again, and I think we will talk very soon, and I really want to see more of the new products soon. Okay?
Sure. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Felix. See you soon.
All